I was in Dallas with a group of guys. There were 6 of us all together, and we were at this steakhouse, and we ordered these beautiful steaks, and each steak was thick, and when you cut into it, it melted like butter, and the aromas were beautiful. And each steak was $50 to $60 just for the steak. Then you spend another $20 for the potato, another $15 for the bacon wrapped asparagus. And we ordered whiskeys, and the whiskeys came in a nice thick glass and big ice cubes in the whiskeys. And everything was just wonderful. It was a great atmosphere, a great experience. And after we decided, let's go to the pub crawl. So we jumped into the car and we drove over to the public parking. And the public parking was full. And we seen a homeless guy, and he was waving us over. And he held a spot for us. So we parked there. We all got out of the car. The one guy went to pay the meter. And I thanked the homeless guy for holding the spot for us. Then I reached into my pocket and I gave him $5. And he was very thankful for the money. And we talked for a brief second, and then we walked away to go to the first pub. And as we're walking, my friend looked at me and he's like, why did you give him money? I said, well, he needed some money and I have money. Well, why not give him some money? And then we were walking, and as we got close to the first pub, there was another homeless guy, and I looked at him and smiled, and he looked at me and he asked me for some money. He said that he was a vet and he hadn't eaten all day and he was really struggling and he just needed some money. And so I reached into my pocket and I gave him $5. And we talked again for a brief second. He was very thankful, and I was just encouraging him to keep going and keep striving. And then I walked away, caught up to my friends, and they looked at me and they're like, oh, they really see you coming. And I said, well, so why wouldn't you help these guys? I said, we're blessed. We just spent $100 or more each on a meal. Our bellies are full. And now we're going to spend more money to try all these different craft beers. Like, we're blessed. We have a gift to be able to do this and live this. Not everybody can do that. And if we don't share some of that wealth, why do we have it? How are we showing gratitude for what we have if we can't share it with some people that need it? And I said, the other thing is, when you give paper money and not just your spare change, you're giving that person back some pride and some dignity, because now they can go and they can buy what they need with real money, just like we do. And they can feel a little bit of that human pride again, that they're not just a homeless person. They're not less than. They're equal. Even if it's just for a brief moment, they're going to feel that dignity. And they even if they're buying drugs, I said, they can buy that drugs with dignity. And because we're treating them like a human being, even if this is their last night and those drugs are the last thing that they take, at least you're able to give them the gift of feeling like a human being, having the dignity, not having to do things that are not the kind of things that you want to do to be able to satisfy their need. I said, I'm not here to judge them. I'm not here to punish them. I said, their lifestyle, every day, they're punishing themselves. Every moment, every breath, they're punishing themselves. But if I can show them some compassion, and this is by simply giving them some money, saying hi, talking to them for a brief second, sharing a smile with them, that speaks volumes. It speaks volumes, and it makes me feel good. So it's selfish as well, because I feel really good when I do that. And they are so happy that I'm helping them and I'm acknowledging them as a human being. And those guys, they just kind of looked at me, and the wheels were turning. They realized that you always can give something. Even if you can't give money, you can give a smile, you can give some compassion, you can give a little bit of time for conversation. So there's always something you can give. There's always ways that you can be kind to one another. That's what I wanted to share with you.
Yo, it's WT Hamilton, and I approve this message.